may not know this about me, but I've actually completed 3 Ironman distance triathlons. I'm not going to go into the entire speech and story as to how I got entered into doing that level of competition. I'm not going to go through the details of why I got into it. That's a speech for another time. But I am not the only person in the world who has done this. There are plenty of people that have. And I can tell you, just based on my finishing time, I'm probably not one of the top 10%. Heck, not even the top 80% of people who are any good at that distance of race. But that doesn't mean that I didn't have an experience in which to share. When I was swimming, I went through a different set of emotions versus somebody who could not swim before signing up for the race and their experience in it. I'm a terrible cyclist, and I have stories around, how I hated to be on the bike compared to elite cyclists that have really mastered climbing and descending and have all great things to talk about on the bike. And nobody really likes running that much. Well, I wouldn't say nobody, but the run is the worst part of the race for most. And certainly we all have different experiences doing triathlon math, just struggling to get to the finish line, that the experience is unique to us. And so what I want you to make sure that you're trying to do, or that you really work through. So what I would recommend is that there may be topics that you think have been covered, that you think, well, no one would really want to hear about that from me, but you have a unique perspective of what emotions you went through, or the difficulties that you overcame based on struggling through whatever the challenge was, that only you can tell. So you don't want to be telling other people's stories. And at the same time, you really do want to make sure that if there are references to other people, that you give them credit. A couple of times I've mentioned some mentors of mine that have helped me learn about certain topics that I'm sharing with you. Others, they've been through my own experience, so I haven't had to reference because I'm giving you my unique perspective. And the entire series is designed around my unique experiences in the speaking that I've done, or that I've witnessed, or that I've coached people. But I really want to make sure that it comes from you. When we understand that, okay, you've done something, you've done a triathlon, what was your experience going through it? And maybe I'm at a different level compared to you in terms of that ability to complete that distance of race. So maybe we won't connect on it. And yet there'll be others that have never done the race before that will be like, wow, that's inspirational. Wow, that's motivational. Wow, that's incredible that somebody could do something like that. So you'll have all kinds of different audience members that will take your message and your stories and your overall speech and presentation and interpret it in their own unique way, which you can only do if you are giving your unique perspective. So tell me what you think down below. Are you sharing your own unique perspectives when you're giving your speeches? And are you crediting the people appropriately when you do have to reference some of their material? Let's make sure that we're giving people the proper credit that they deserve. And if this topic is resonating with you, give this video a like and a share, and of course, hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified of future video tips as they're being released. I hope that this is resonating with you and that you can take it and apply it to with your unique perspective on your next speech or presentation. And until we meet again, here's to your speaking success.